Welcome to the video, guys. Today we're going to be having a look at a laser level. This is from Zokoun. I've been sent this to have a little look at. First things first, it comes in a nice little carry bag. It's nice and secure, as you'll see in a little minute. Got all the padding, keeping it nice and safe. So you've got the laser itself, which we will have a better look at in a minute. Got the little user manual, instruction guide there in this little bag. We have the remote control, which is a nice touch, and then it's a rechargeable laser, so it comes with a power cable, which is a USB-C, and then we've got a mount that actually comes with it. If we can get it out, hopefully you can screw it onto the base there. You can use a magnet surface, and you've got these two hooks if you want to use screws instead, but I have just noticed this, which is a magnetic plate, which is actually a very nice touch. So what you can do, attach this to your wall, and then literally use your magnets. As you can see, that is nice and secure. So yeah, nice little touch there. So we'll get the laser out and we'll have a look. Here's the laser itself then. As you can see, it is the Zokoun IE16R model, as you can see there on the side. Try and focus on that. It's got the four lasers, so we've got the one at the top, got underneath at the bottom in there, one at the front, and another one at the side. You've got the slide-in button here, which also turns it on and off. You've got the two touch buttons at the top, which are very, very responsive, which we'll see in a minute. You have got charging port there. Like I say, the battery is rechargeable, and then the removable battery at the bottom. I've seen a few reviews not happy and saying it needs to be fixed. I wonder if it's because when you open it, this comes off. To me personally, that's not much of an issue. The battery comes in and out nice and easy. It's a 5,000 milliamp battery, and then we just literally push that in and it's shut, and as you'll see, back on. So for me, the battery's not an issue, so I'm not really sure for the negative response there, but we'll set it up and we'll have a little look. The laser itself then is pretty straightforward to use. We saw earlier we've got this sliding button at the bottom, so we'll slide that into the on position, and basically that turns it on into self-leveling mode. So if you put it on a flat surface, it should stop beeping and flashing, and that works within the range of 4 degrees from level. So then if we tilt it past that 4 degrees, it will start beeping and flashing again. However, if you was wanting to have more of a manual line and you didn't want it level, what you can do is you can hold this little B for 2 or 3 seconds and it will beep. It'll also have a little red light, if you can see that. And now, as you can see and hear, it is no longer beeping and flashing, although it is still on. You can tilt that either way you want, backwards or forwards or to the side, and then that is more in manual mode then, so you can have any line you want in any direction. So we put it back in self-leveling, hold it again for 2 or 3 seconds, and as you can see, it's back in self-leveling mode. More on the lines you can get with the laser then. So we're back in manual mode just so it doesn't beep at us. So you've got your V and your H. The buttons are very, very responsive. As I mentioned earlier, they're not clicky in buttons, as you can see, they are flat, but they are very responsive. I don't have to press hard, I don't have to press for long, just tap them and they work. Turn everything off now. As you can see, we've got nothing on. So you've got your vertical, you've got one going side to side and then one going forwards. Or you can have both, kind of going across now and all the way up and round the ceiling above me. So we're forwards and all the way up, and then we've got the cross directly above us from where we are. And you can turn them off, and you've got your horizontal. So you've got your one working at the bottom there, one working at the top, or both together, which makes the 2 lines there, so that's your top and bottom. And then you can use them with your vertical as well. Then you've got your top and bottom, and then we've got a vertical line going to the left and right and up. Again, you can have your top and bottom with your vertical line going forwards, or you can have all, so you've got your top and bottom and your vertical line going left and right and forwards, and then you get your cross on the ceiling above. So I'll do a little demonstration now, one I've done on a previous video with a previous laser, and we'll see how it looks. Right, we've set up a very similar test that we've done on a Magnuson laser level and on a Hupar laser level, and we did actually do a comparison of them. So the laser is set there, and that is about 13 to 14 meters away from that wall. So as we can see from here though, we've got the line, vertical line going up the back along the ceiling, and you can see it all the way down and down on the wall. I will admit it is easier to see in person. On the camera it's not picking up quite well, but I can still see it on the camera. I can see faintly the horizontal line going all the way along and into that corner over there. Again, by eye I can see that much better. Come off this way, if we ignore the floor ones, because that's due to the height of the laser, obviously that will disappear because the laser is not high enough, and that's the same coming off from the side. Or again, if we go on the vertical line going up instead, where it can actually shine, goes all the way along and then back down that wall. So if we go over to this wall, in the previous videos what we did, we made a marking on the wall with an actual like a laser spirit level, not a laser, so just a normal spirit level on this wall on the bottom line. If we cover the laser, you can see that there, and it is running right above that line, nice and straight. So it's very accurate, very bright. As I said, I could see that by eye right from across this hall. Up close, it's still nice and bright, and that is in a well-lit room, and that is 13 to 14 meters away. And just so you can see how bright this laser actually is, obviously you wouldn't be working in the dark, but this did really impress me. That is very, very bright. As you can see there, as I said, it goes all the way across, down, and that is 13 to 14 meters away. The last thing to talk about then is the little remote. And while I've been having a little play with this just before filming, I've realised we wasn't on the brightest setting. If you press the out button, it can actually go slightly brighter. So if we put it on the lowest one, so by eye, I can faintly see it, admittedly nowhere near as much, but the closer we get, you can start to see it, and it basically has 5 levels of brightness. So that is 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. And that's basically what we was on when we was doing the other parts of the video, and it was still bright enough. Obviously, I'm stood the other side now, so about 13, 14 meters away, and it was still responding. We'll get a bit closer so we can just do a few more tests with the little remote. So you've got your horizontal lines. You can either turn them off, have one of each, or individually, again with your vertical, off, one, or both. Other option then, you have got that on and off button, but before we do that, we have also got pulse mode, which you need the receiver, which we don't have, but basically you'd hold the little H down, and that is now in pulse mode, which should have a little green light on there, which it does. Like I say, you need a receiver for that, and it kind of makes it brighter and can go even further. We don't have that though, so I can't give an example. And then again, you've got your manual mode, which is holding the V. Only other thing then, like I say, is your on-off button, so you can turn it off with your remote. So the only reason I'd choose to do that instead of using the sliding switch at the front is if you are still in the middle of doing something and you need the line to stay where it is. So you don't want to risk sliding it across and maybe moving your tripod, or if you've got it attached to a wall and moving it slightly, literally turn it off with a button, turn it back on, and it will be in exactly the same spot. So let me know what you guys think. Overall, I'm very, very impressed with that. It works well, the remote's nice, buttons are very touch sensitive, which is good. You don't have to hold them down to make them do anything. It's nice and responsive. Any questions though, guys, pop them in the comments and I'll do my best to get back to you. So thank you for watching and I'll see you next time.